Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Kristen, or some of y'all might know me, k.honghobbies. I am usually on Instagram, but as of today, it's July 1st, and I've decided to give YouTube a try. I really enjoy long form content, and I've played around with the idea of joining YouTube, but editing is not like my cup of tea. So we'll see how this goes, but I'm really excited. Just figured I'd take y'all along with me. So if that's something you're interested in, give me a follow, give me some suggestions. I am open to it all. This first video is kind of just like a little intro. So this is my Hobonichi Cousin. I have a bunch of stickers on it, as you can see, and then I also have this Aura Estelle clear cover on it because before I did, it was like already falling apart and getting dirty, so highly recommend that. So let's just go through all of it. I do have some stickers in here, just random ones that I didn't feel like I wanted to put in the front of my Hobonichi, so they're in here. And here's the front page. So here is like, I guess, a year at a glance. And I was using it for a spending tracker. Green meant that I didn't spend anything. Yellow meant that I spent things on what was necessary, and then red was unnecessary spending. I was following it pretty religiously up until May, and then I was gonna go in June, and then I just didn't feel like it, and I think I'm gonna be done with it for the year. We'll see. We were just spending a lot of money in June, and I know that's what this is for, is to help me like not spend because of it, but I don't know, I just kind of lost interest and didn't feel like it was actually helping me because I had to spend money. We just bought a house, it's a whole thing. Here are, I don't know, like the month kind of broken up a little bit more. I was originally planning to have birthdays in here and then maybe just important dates, you know, so any due dates that like my friends are having babies, anniversaries, anything like that. Again, I actually filled this in January, and stopped in June just because I didn't feel like it anymore. And that was literally in January. So I am gonna rethink this next year. Spoiler alert, I'm probably just gonna get a cousin again, maybe the Avec like 6-month thing, but definitely wanna do something different for these, so we'll see. Next we have the monthlies, and I have loved what I've been doing here. So what I do is I do like a highlight of a day, just kind of what's been going on that day. It literally can be something as small as like, this was my first day back in the gym, or it can be something as big as an anniversary or something special. Like a safe flight, cool, that was something that I looked forward to that day. So yeah, every month I pick 3 different colors and just go with those. What I love about these is that it gives me a chance to practice all of my lettering because I don't just do the same lettering back to back. So I want to make it something cohesive, but also something different. So that's been really fun for me. I'll give you a quick flip through because I think I'm up to June now. So you saw all 3 different colors, and then I'm still deciding on June, July, sneak peek. Okay, so here's where it kind of gets interesting, in my opinion. I don't do the weeklies how they're supposed to look. This is what they typically look like. You know, you write in every day, whether it's planning, whatever it is. I have taken a little bit of a sampling from Rachel from All the Rad Reads, and I do lists instead. So first page is the index, and I'll just take you along. Next is the bingo. Pause if you want to look at everything. Then I've done books read. I use my HP Sprocket to print out all of these books, so that's fun. This will be for July to December. And then a lot of these you'll see I actually just don't end up doing, and that's okay. So it's things I can learn for next year, what not to do. So I wanted to do quotes I love, you know, from books I read or songs I hear, anything like that. And unfortunately, that has not happened. What I have been doing though is I'm trying to watch more movies. And so every time I do, I write them in here and give them a rating. I kind of just go off of the font that's on the movie poster. Again, new music, Bad Bunny's album, and then nothing else. This one's really sad. This was to track my goal for drinking water. My goal is 100 ounces, so it is a lot, to be fair, but I wanted to track every time I drank enough water because I'm tragically so bad at drinking water. I have yet to hit 100 ounces. Now I've gotten really close a lot of times, but close is not worthy of putting it in my journal. So again, we'll revisit this next year. Recipes, hit or miss. I have some recipes that I've tried that I always want to go back to. Mostly just new recipes that I don't want to forget that I've done. But I don't know, I think I want to try something different next year. Things I want to buy but will resist. I was going to print out pictures and put them in here. Clearly, I either just bought them or have forgotten about them. So I guess that's okay too. I work for a university, so I wanted to remember what my students say because sometimes they say insane things. So it says students say the darndest things, and I have a couple of things here. Words, both new and good. I have had actually a ton of new words just because I read a lot. And have I looked them up? No, but I think they're cool and I wanted to remember them and maybe look them up later. When I cried and why. This is a great one. I've actually seen a lot of people do this on Instagram and it's been really entertaining. I cry a lot and I was a little bit worried that I wasn't gonna have enough room for everything, but it seems to be pretty even. It's like 2 months a line, which is nice, and it seems to work out. This one was basically though all June. These two are, I'll fill this in with my Tombow later, but these two are May, not a lot of crying in May, and then all of this is June. And it's literally like, I mean, sure, some of it is like serious things, but most of it's like movies or books or TikToks that make me happy cry. So love that. Can't wait to keep it going. This is my A to Z reading tracker. I used to do a book journal and now I've just combined it with my Hobonichi. So that's what this is. And I'm doing pretty good so far. I have over half, I would guess, just looking at this real fast, but yeah. This one's supposed to be my 25 for 25 media focused. So I have books, I have movies, maybe TV shows, but I think mostly those two things. And I, looking at these, also have checked off a good amount of these, but I didn't know what colors I wanted to do at the beginning of the year, and that has kept this in pencil. It's something common in me, and I don't know how to fix that, but it's still there, and it's still getting done. This one, another fail. Rachel at All the Rad Reads does a reading challenge every year. And I tried to do it this year, again, non-existent, so probably won't do any challenges. I live in the suburbs of Philadelphia, and so I wanted to keep track of all the things I do in Philly. Because I live in the burbs, I don't get into the city as often as I want to. So I was hoping that if I tracked it, I would be more inclined to do it. And if people ask for recommendations and come back to this and be like, oh yeah, we went here and I really liked it. Ideas for my journal and ideas for social media. Sure, it exists, but again, nothing too crazy there. This I'm pretty proud of. I have a goal of 8,000 steps a day. And so I've been monitoring it through my Fitbit. And again, I do 2 months in a week. So that's been cool. I did a decent amount in May and June. What I have noticed, not that this is relevant, but maybe it is, okay, I live in the north and these were the cold months. So I'm not hitting my step goal as often because I'm not doing as much activity. And then in May and June, when it gets nicer outside, like look at how often I am. So just saying, hopefully it'll keep going. Places I visited, I have like kind of like a sentence of, not even, just a little tidbit of where I went and why. So like I just went to Atlanta to visit my best friend. And I also put the month. Still haven't decided the colors, hence pencil. Okay, and here's where it kind of, well, it falls apart for a second and then it comes back. So these were supposed to be memes. I do arcs in NetGalley, and I wanted to keep track of all of them because I'm pretty behind. That didn't happen. Doodles I wanted to practice. Songs that I get stuck in my head. I was gonna do Tombow swatches, but instead I just kept this card. Okay, so then this is where it gets fun. Basically, I have a ton of stickers that honestly I just won't ever use. And so what I've done is I've spread out on each page different colors, and any random stickers that I just feel like I'm probably never going to use but still want them to have a place, I put them all here, and it's been really cool to see. So here's red, orange, yellow, green, teal, blue, purple, pink, and multicolor. Then I have, again, part of my quote unquote book journal is tracking how many books I read a month. So up to June. Books I see on the train. I take public transportation to work every day, or every day I'm in the office. And a lot of times I try to read the book's title and I can't even see it, and I don't want to be a creeper. So far I've only seen 2. Or other people are reading on the Kindle, which like same, so I get it. But yeah, I'm still on the hunt for more books. Dreams I have, I want to remember them, but they're so long that I just don't feel like putting them in here. Favorite book of the month I've been keeping on my notes app in my phone, so I'll put that in here later. And that's all I have. So the rest are weeklies all the way to December. And then I have I've made the turning the page to a new year my vision board. And then this is a picture a month. I'm a little bit behind, but that's fine. And then starts January. And that is the intro to my Hobonichi. I'm very excited to get this started and hopefully be able to keep up with this pretty regularly. So again, like, subscribe, give me any comments that you have, any ideas of videos that you'd like to see from me. I'm thinking some journal with me videos and just showing you, again, all the monthlies and just other ideas I have for journaling. So hope you have a great day, and wherever you are, have fun.